Hello everybody, this is Bundy Chess and I'm coming at you guys with another amazing problem today. It is going to be one of the most famous problems, I would say, ever composed in this particular genre that I will describe later on. And definitely one of the hardest one I've ever seen in my life. Actually, there is a rumor, I'm not sure if it's true or not, that Kasparov and Karpov both failed to solve it when they were given this puzzle during one of the World Championship matches. What is for sure is that this is incredibly tough and so far by far the hardest puzzle on my channel. We are looking at pawn e4 because that's the best move in the game, but that's not what we are going to look at now. In fact, we are looking at the starting position, and if you are wondering, scratching your head, why on earth would we do that? It's because this is the starting position of our problem. This is a so-called construction puzzle or problem where you are supposed to create a game that meets the criteria that you need to achieve, which is that we need to give a mate in 5 moves by knight takes h1. So black gives a mate to the white king by playing knight takes h1. It means that white obviously will have to cooperate, and for those who don't like these concepts, once again I can just repeat myself. Build a bridge, get over it. This is fun. This is meant to be something that entertains you and also something that gives you like 10 minutes of thinking. Well, except for the fact, of course, that this puzzle is ridiculously hard and it is going to give you 10 years of thinking, or 10 weeks or 10 months, depends on how good you are. So the first part of the puzzle, because actually there are 2 parts to it, is fairly simple. If you want to do it, go ahead and pause. If not, just listen and watch how it's done. So white plays f3, knight f6, king f2, knight h5, d3 or d4 doesn't matter, knight g3, bishop e3, random move, queen e1 and knight takes h1. On the 5th move is actually a checkmate indeed. So now we go back to the starting position, and that's when we face the major difficulty. What happens, or can we actually deliver a mate with knight takes h1 on the 5th move if we do play the best move of the chess game? Of course I'm kidding, but I have always been a keen e4 player. So white plays e4 in the first move, and from now on he still cooperates with black in order to deliver the mate and h1 with the knight. Can we tackle that one? And this is the part that proved to be impossible to the 2 big Ks, Karpov and Kasparov. A good friend of mine, a grandmaster with a rating of 2580, took 2 weeks to solve this puzzle. So that gives you a bit of an idea about how complicated it is. In fact, the only major trick to it, but that is where you either fail or you will find it either sooner or later, is that there is one particular move in one line, the main line. Actually there is only one line to it, so in the main line, where you really have to make a move that is so anti-chess, so illogical, that most people would not even consider it. If you want to give it a crack, go ahead, best of luck. I would suggest get some food and stuff, because you might be spending some time over the chessboard if you want to tackle it, or if you want to see how the magic unfolds, then keep on watching, because I'm just about to start to show you. So knight f6, queen e2. You have to see this move. This is not the hard one, but of course you need to find it to be able to see the concept behind it. Knight takes e4, absolutely crucial. f3, knight g3, and this is where the craziness begins, and this is where we see finally the point of playing queen e2, and we also see the reason why the knight had to come via taking the e4 and g3 instead of h5 and then g4, because now white plays queen takes e7, which ridiculously gets 2 exclamation marks from me, because A, I am being very generous, and B, because that is the amazing only move that will make this checkmate possible. So queen takes back check, king f2, and now knight takes h1. It's checkmate indeed. So this is the very clever way of covering up all the 3 squares on the e-file so that the white king can't escape. This is how we invoke the black queen in the action. I show you again how it's done because it's so beautiful. So knight f6, queen e2, knight e4, f3, knight g3, check, check, king f2, and mate. Please note that one reason why this puzzle is so hard and the solution is so difficult to find, because each and every single move is unique. What it means is that it cannot be replaced with any other. In the first line, I could have played the moves that I played out in various orders and it would still have been a mate. But in this case, every single move is unique. You can't replace it. You can't change the move order. Whatever you play, it must be spot on. Like knight f6, that's the only way to be able to take the knight on e4 next. Queen e2 is needed so that we can sack on e7. F3 is needed because the king needs to escape. Like in this position, we can't go to F2 and then H1, for example, with the knight, because after knight F2, queen takes check, we would have to capture the knight on the way. So knight G3 is still unique. Check, check, and that's the amazing checkmate. This is one of the hardest, in my opinion, constructing tasks ever in the history of chess. I hope you really enjoyed it. I will be uploading some more of these, which will be hopefully equally challenging. I hope you enjoyed it again, and now it's Funny Chess signing out.